Hello, my friends, and welcome once again. Here we are with Vintage Story. This is Vintage Story 1.19.8 modded. We're going to go through the mods real quick, but first, I've had a lot of people wondering what became of me. It's been quite a long time since I've uploaded a video, and my YouTube channel is kind of a hobby. I don't really make anything off of it. And my actual work is carving wood. I specialize in carving statues and staves and things like that that are relative to the West African, Caribbean, and Afro-Caribbean spiritual traditions. I've got another YouTube channel where I talk about divination and African traditional religions and actually have videos of me carving one of these African statues. And that stuff got really busy, and then on top of it, boom, my computer blew up. I was sitting here working on something, the power went out, I got the power back on, and my computer was completely dead. The power supply had fried, and it took everything it could possibly take with it. The only thing that survived were my hard drives and my processor. Everything else was destroyed. My graphics card, my actual C drive was fried. All of my RAM, just, I had to basically take the time to work and save up my pennies in order to rebuild my computer, which it's, hey, better than ever. I've got a magnificent graphics card, crap loads of RAM and M.2s everywhere and everything, and that's wonderful. But it did put me out of business for quite a long time because I had to, like I say, I had to save up my pennies. But let's get started here. First thing we're going to do is hit the old mod manager and go over the mods we're going to be using real quick. We're using Ape Windows, which allows us to make windows without using lead ingots. We've got Atwater's Lead Edge, which allows us to propagate the various plant species of the water, like cattails and stuff. We got Bed Spawn, sets your return point when you sleep in a bed. If you break the bed, you respawn at the previous point. Better jam means we don't need honey to make jam, but we don't get the same benefit from it. So if we add honey to it, it does more for us. We've got better ruins because we always need better ruins. We have carry-on so that we can pick up full crates and stuff like that. We've got some hair clipping fixes. We've got crude arrow upgrade, which is fantastic. We start with the improvised bow and the crude arrows, and later when we get a hold of some feathers in the vanilla game, you can't just add feathers to your crude arrows and turn them into good arrows, but we can do it with this patch. Early chiseling gives us a chiseling hammer early on that can be used for some basic chiseling. We have entities configuration and entities interact. Entities configuration controls how many spawns we get, because I like lots of animals in my world so that it's very living, and it reduces the number of spawns so we're not hitting wolves every 30 feet. And entities interact, it does just that. It means that those animals will interact with each other in the way they naturally would. So predators will hunt prey, prey will flee from predators, etc. We have fantasy creatures, which gives us dragons and some other things. We have fauna of the Stone Age. We have the canines. We have the deer species. We have the feline species, and we have the panther species. We have hanging oil lamps, and we have hide and fabric, which allows us to reclaim materials from clothing as well as getting unique hides from animals that we can turn into armor and things like that. Lasting armor increases the durability of our armor because the Vintage Stories armor is basically useless. Sorry, but that's the simple truth of it. If armor actually wore out as fast as they have it in the game, we'd have never worn it in the history of humankind. We have Lichen Continued, that gives us a couple of animals and some stuff we can make out of hide, some wicker work and stuff. We have Linen Tunic Recipe because we are going to be playing with Naked and Afraid, which starts us out with absolutely nothing but our skivvies. So we actually have to make our clothing as we go, and this gives us a Linen Tunic Recipe. We have bows, which gives us new bow models. We have a mannequin stand to put clothes on. Medieval Expansion gives us water wheels, and it gives us portcullises and drawbridges and things like that. North American Catfish, we have Naked and Afraid, as I've already mentioned, remove starting gear. We have Ornamental Fish. I doubt it will work, but we're going to find out that if it does work, that'll give us koi and betas and things like that. We have the Outlaw mod. I cannot play without it. Must have some danger in the world besides animals. We have Pipe Leaf, which allows you to create a smokable pipe, because I am a pipe smoker and also a tobacconist by trade, rolling cigars and things like that. One of the things that I do, and so I want that in there. Player corpse means when we die, there's a skeleton where we can go collect our stuff. Primitive survival gives us traps, fishing, and a whole lot more. We have the rivers mod, which gives us flowing rivers. We got a realistic moon and sun. Salt and sand adds an array of ocean enriching content, and we can cultivate freshwater mussels and things like that. Simply Cloth gives us some other basic clothing recipes. Something in the water adds a handful of saltwater mobs. So we've got Starvation, which is a realistic hunger system based on human physiology, as opposed to this silly Minecraft-esque hunger system that we have. So this is based on our nutrition and all of that. It takes weeks to starve to death. It doesn't take 24 hours, and I want that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's compatible with the one and only mod I know of that is a thirst mod. And so we don't have a thirst mod in, but we do have tallow candles, so we can make candles out of fat. We have the natural trail mod. As we walk around the same areas over and over again, we'll actually wear trails into the land. We've got sunfishes, and we have got the VS Village mod and a whole bunch of the content to give us different kinds of village. Viking villages, aged villages, industrial villages, tower villages. And we also have the Alpha Weapons Pack, gives us some good early game weapons as well as great late game weapons. We have the Wildcraft mods, Wildcraft fruits and nuts, Wildcraft herbs and spices, Wildcraft trees and shrubs. We have Workbench expansion, and we also have the zoom button. Somewhere along the line here, I will add in the questing mod so that we can get quests from villagers as part of the VS Village mod. But that is what we have going here. Let's fire up single player. Create new world. We're going to be playing standard. I'm just going to click it till it's got something that says Dalakaba. Of course, because that is my in-game name. There we go. Dalakaba's Kingdom World. Let's customize it. We're going to do this fast. We're going to leave everything the same in Grace Timer. We want monsters to appear after 3 days. I think that's fair. Drop everything on death, of course. Timer for item dropped, we're going to set that to an hour just in case. Seasons are enabled. Player lives are infinite. Days per month, I like a realistic time situation, so we do 30 days per month. True winters are enabled. Block gravity, sand and gravel. Cave-ins is disabled. Allow underground farming. Body temperature. Creature hostility will be aggressive. Creature strength is normal. Player's health points, we're going to crank that up to 35. Hunger rate and all of that is going to stay the same as is food spoilage and tool durability, all of that. We're going to come on down here, microblock chiseling. We want to be able to chisel most cubic blocks. We want our coordinate overlay. We want a world map with accurate colors. We'll have lore content in the game. Clutter only if prepared first with glue. Sure. We are going to leave on the temporal storms. I'm going to set that to 30 to 40 days. Because I don't really like the temporal stability stuff, but I'm going to play with it this time because you guys asked if next time I played, I would leave in the temporal stability stuff. Sleeping during temporal storms, yes, we're going to allow that. Climate distribution, realistic. Land cover, we're going to set that to 80%. That'll give us some oceans. World with 1 million edge blocked so we can't fall off. Polar equator distance, we're going to set that to as close to 500,000 as we can, so we'll go 400K. That'll give us a 100K band of equatorial. And everything the same here. Surface copper, we're going to change that from rare to uncommon. And we're going to change surface tin from extremely rare to rare. And with that, I think that's everything, except we don't need the auction house, and we're not going to have class exclusive recipes. And with that, we shall apply and create the world. This should not take a tremendous amount of time to load. I understand we're almost at 10 minutes, and usually I do a 20-minute video. but I wanted to explain where I've been and what that has been about, to show you guys the mods we're playing with, and walk you through this process so that if you decide you want to emulate the setup and play along with me, that you have all the information in order to do so. But yeah, I've got a NVIDIA, was it 4070 Super 2, and we've got 32 gigs of RAM, and we've got M.2s for almost every one of our drives now. Had them clone it over to the M.2s, so they're much faster. My motherboard is not as good as the one I had before, but we do have the same processor. Sometimes I seem to see things loading a little slower than I'm used to, but when it comes to actual gameplay, it's rocking pretty hard, so I'm pretty pleased. I figured a lot of you guys know that I'm like 60 years old, and I don't know that I'm ever going to buy another computer because, I'm if the gods are kind, I got 20 years left in me or something, and I wanted to make sure that if I got a new one, if I had to rebuild, that I would had good graphics, good memory, and all that stuff. Aha. Here we go. All right, so as I said, we are playing with Naked and Afraid, and that means we're not going to have to worry about clothes. I am not going to wear a leotard. I'm going to wear breeches. My voice is going to be trumpet, and it's going to be low. There's our skin color, which is vaguely normal. Our eye color will kind of go with a kind of a brown here, maybe. Yeah. All right, so hair. Go traditionally with our dreadlocks. There we go. Hair extra, we want that dreadlock ponytail. Where are you, dreadlock ponytail? There we go, tight dreads. Facial expression neutral is fine as far as I'm concerned. Mustache, we'll go horseshoe. For a beard, we're going to go with the shaggy full as usual. Do our normal color, and there we go, it's us. We are going to confirm the skin. We're just going to be commoners since we don't have class-specific recipes. And we'll confirm the class and figure out where in the world we are. We are like way up on the ledge here. Wow, okay. Let's hit the map. Okay. This is looking like a travel west and north kind of thing. I think we might have actually some ruins right here. I'm not sure. Ease out from under this. See what the deal is. This is some tall stuff here. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good in that direction. But as you can see, we're starting out with absolutely nothing. What do we have up there? Is that a sword in a stone? I think that's a sword in a stone. What the heckaroo here? I think if I go up that way, we could make it across over there. What do we got? Granite, excellent. Granite we can use. Yeah, it is some sort of... Huh. Very cool. Okay. We're going to go over there and get a look at it, because I've never seen that before. I'm sure that's from Better Ruins. quartz bits, huh? Don't really care about quartz bits. We'll take that, though. Oh, okay, so it's not a real sword. What on earth? Sludgy gravel. Huh. Yeah, I've never seen that before. What we got going out this way? Oh, got a goat over there. Okay, well, the question, of course, is whether there's some sort of treasure buried here, which I honestly, I don't know. What we got here? So we have got a silver cleaver, an armor stand, some compost. I'll take it. Carcass. Don't think the carcass is something that I need to carry around with me. My question is, what kind of shape is this chest actually in? Slightly collapsed trunk. And unfortunately, it broke. Okay. Well, bury it back in. And I'm going to get a look at this. Attack power 1.5. So it's not much, but it's something at least. And I'm happy to have the armor stand. That's fun. Assume we can just put that down. Yep. All right. Let us see what we can do about some baskets before we do anything else. Oh, can't use that to break the birch leaves. All right. Because we're going to get these birch withies as well as some sticks. And in theory, I should be able to build some baskets out of them. Birch was such an important tree to my ancestors. On my father's side of the family were Poles and Germans and Russians. And birch was a very sacred tree with a tremendous number of uses. It was used to weave baskets. It was used to make fences. The resin from it was used to glue arrowheads to shafts and things of that nature. Its sap was used like maple sap in order to make syrup. And of course, its bark was used for all kinds of things. And so it was a very important tree for my ancestors, and it makes me very happy to be making use of it in here now. We're going to mouse over that, hit H, and for a wattle basket, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. All right, so we can get one basket going right now. Right now. Fantastic. Get a little more room, and I think probably what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep gathering these because we're going to get sticks and we're going to get these withies, which is what they were called back in the day. They were withies. You could get withies from willow, you could get withies from birch. You could get withies from dogwood. As well as a number of other trees. Let's get another basket going here. So glad to be getting some space. Pick up granite. But, so as I said, I have another channel. It's called Diviner, all one word, no capital letters or anything. And it's where I talk about African traditional religion, divination, and of course the wood carving that I do. And it's just this tiny thing. I got like 30 subscribers or something. But like I say, if you have an interest in any of those subjects, you can go over there and check it out. Maybe I'll leave a link for it in the description down below. I know you guys come here to play games and watch me play games, and that's something that's outside the box, which is why I just basically haven't really mentioned it before. I think I mentioned it once in my community announcements when I first put up the channel. But come here. Ooh, come here, worm. We will certainly, happily take that worm. All right, enough materials to make one more basket. Let's see, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10. Oh, we got 10. So let's get that basket done. And then, you know what? Let's see how many we need to do an actual storage basket. Because we might as well do a storage basket and stick it on our back. $16 total, huh? We can do that. We can do that easily. I don't need that quartz. One more. There we go. Let's make ourselves a basket. And we're going to set that down on the ground. Gonna put the compost in there, the armor stand, the birch seeds, and we'll put the worm in there. Why not? And then with both hands empty, I'm going to shift and hold right click. That'll allow me to pick it up, and then I'm going to look at a distance where it can't stick to anything. And I'm going to shift and hold right click, and it's going to transfer it to my back. We love the carry-on mod. There we go. With that done, now it's time for us to whip together a couple of tools real quick and to get in motion. So we're going to go with a granite knife blade. Wow, that really blends in. Holy cow. Go. And we'll make ourselves an axe as well. That I'm going to make out of flint. Well, no, I'll make it out of granite. I'll make it out of granite. No, that's a shovel head. Well, I guess we're having a shovel too. Which is certainly useful. If we come across some clay, we can dig some out and take it with us. But this, this chop wood, carry water kind of getting started stuff, I know it's not tremendously interesting. But, if this is the first time that someone has seen Vintage Story, or whatever, I'd like them to have the opportunity to see how these things work, so. There you are. Okay, well, let's get those put together. One axe head and our sticks. There we go. And one shovel head and our sticks. And we are set. All right. I guess we're going to go back the way we originally came and head towards that open territory. The axe is not the most ideal of weapons, but it's certainly better than nothing. We will, of course, make a bow as soon as humanly possible, because that's my jam. I have to figure out how to get down from here. Don't worry, Rabbit, I'm not after meat just yet. Ooh, that is a long way down. Out, see what we've got underneath here. Okay. Right, there we go. Some nice flowers over here. Hello, turnips. Get a few seeds. Like I say, we've got a mod for hunger that bases things on actual human physiology as opposed to this ridiculous Minecraft style starvation nonsense. It can literally take you 2 weeks to starve to death in the game now if you have this mod. However, of course, you will get progressively weaker and weaker. We are going to get ourselves some soft sedge because it is edible. And right now, we are, guarantee you, we're hungry. It's got the hint thing up in the corner, saying if you need help learning how to play, etc., etc. That will disappear in the next time I restart the game, because that is covering over our food information. Get a big old pile. says hold something, I don't know what, to discard this tip. Hold I? Hold D? No, I don't know. I can't tell. There's too much stuff up there. The nice thing about soft sedge, not only is it edible, but we get more than one with each cut. And if we use the knife to harvest it, it grows back, which means if I ever find myself back in this neighborhood. Now, brother, you need to stop following me. All right. We're going to these up here. Just get a little quick munch in here. I suppose the thing to do is to gather a bunch of grass so that I can make myself a grass cloak as well as a grass hat. That'll help protect me a little bit against the elements. Eat a few berries. Wow, is it getting dark already? It is. Wow. We really haven't come across any trees to get firewood to build a fire. Because I certainly would like to get a torch going and all of that good stuff. One lone piece. Alrighty, well, let's make some firewood. Hopefully we should be able to... No? Really? Huh. I'll be darned. I would have expected it to function just like any other wood. Okay, that is enough to build a fire. So let's get some grass cut, and quickly. And there went the knife. All right. I need to make a fire starter. Should be like so, with some grass. Go. Make 2 torches. Get those in the fire to get them lit. And then once we've got them lit, we're going to make sure that we're tucked away safe for the night. Just like so. And let's make some grass blocks. We need 3 of them. There we go. And that will get us a bed down. And don't think we have, well, we might have enough grass to do it. First thing we're going to do is go get that. Oops, come here, you. And make ourselves a hat. And then we're just going to mouse over the grass and hit H. And let's see how we make the cloak. Here it is. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Yep, I don't have quite enough grass, and I've also got to make a knife. So I think we'll make the cloak in the morning. And with that, it is probably a little early to go to sleep, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway, and I will see you guys in the next one.